Hi everyone, let's do the numerology for 2024. Now, if you add all those numbers together, you get the number 8. And then number 8 is the number of breath, prana. It's a yogic number. It's the inhale and the exhale. So this is a year that I'm calling the breath that unites body and spirit. And it has a secondary title, which is called Let the Wind Steal Your Breath Away. The symbol of infinity is the number 8, and as such, it asks us to reach for the highest manifestation possible this year. This energy asks us to be prepared to move. All numbers hold a unique vibrational pattern. They are archetypes that indicate how the powerful forces of the divine are going to move into this dimension and us. Numbers and the patterns or heartbeat of those numbers create a voice that shows us the symphony of the universe and hopefully will illuminate our personal position in that symphony. This year, being a number 8, is going to constantly remind all of us to breathe. The 8 is associated with the great yogis, and they show us that in learning to control the breath, we can learn to control and stabilize our mind. Clearly, there is a call on a global level to let go of the monkey mind that has been plaguing humanity for too long. The number 8 can look like two boxes placed together. This number is a reminder that life intends to weave the 4 elements, fire, earth, air, and water together with passion, body, mind, and emotions. In the Buddhist tradition, the sacred 8 are, number 1, right action, meaning our actions have consequences. Number 2, right resolve, meaning right thoughts that strive towards harmony and balance. Number 3, right speech, meaning that our words matter and lying breaks down trust and peace. Number 4, right conduct or action, meaning that we need to look at if we are injuring others or if we allow our desires to manipulate others and ourselves. Number 5, right livelihood, meaning that we are not making a living off of harming others or the land. Number 6, right effort, meaning that if we bring forth what we bring forth into the world comes from a wholesome and healed state within our own being. Number 7, right mindfulness, meaning that we do not allow weaknesses to dominate our thoughts, actions, or words. And finally, number 8, right samadhi, meaning that we learn to concentrate on the one pointed focus that allows us to gain insight. This year, we are learning to breathe in compassion. We are to discover that only when we completely embrace our own pain and suffering can we begin to rebuild a world that has the potential to find a new balance. It is the compassion from our heart that allows us to find our voice and ascend to a new spiritual and dimensional evolution. Within us is the music and the 8 notes that make up an octave that allow us to call forth beauty, art, music, and magic. The Western systems of numerology consider the number 8 a number of wealth, and often it is associated with the creation of money, manifestation of success, and acquiring influence over others. But this number is much more than that. Only when compassion is fully integrated do we recognize how to use money and our influence for the greater good rather than for personal gain. This number is an indication that we are going to face more than our fair share of challenges and strife in 2024, but we will also have the courage of the 8th month, August, and the sign of Leo to back us up. This number indicates that when we keep our heart open, which is Leo, and are willing to be strategic as we climb, something wonderful is waiting for us at the top of that mountain. This marvelous number asks us to find a balance between our material world and the spiritual world. It is considered the number that brings karma into a more equal place and balance. This year, take a look at what is in balance and what is out of balance in your life. Notice if your scales are too focused in the material world or the spiritual world. Remember that you are an infinite being that is constantly being pushed and pulled by cosmic forces of power and energy. See the places that you may not have financial abundance, but do have opportunity and prosperity. Then recognize that important decisions are going to be made this year, and they will require us to have an almost extraordinary form of willpower to figure out how to navigate the storms of consciousness and the morality that require our attention. Remember, this year, that the right decision will not be the easy decision. Get ready, because we will have to deal with difficult moments, but those moments will define our character in a very exciting way. And when the going gets tough, remember that in the periodic table, the element with the atomic number of 8 is oxygen. The answer is simple, if we will just remember to breathe. So, the 8 principles and lessons of 2024 are: number 1, the universe asks us to stand up with our own authority. Number 2, we are asked to reclaim our self-confidence. Number 3, recognize our own inner strength. Number 4, move from our own inner wisdom. Number 5, recognize the social status of others with respect and curiosity. Number 6, to know how our own ego moves and operates within us, but to use it only for the good of the whole. Number 7, we are asked to look deeply for our own humanity. And number 8, to finally see that the desire for peace must be so strong that it overrides those forces that hold the intention to harm. 2024 is a year filled with the powerful drives from the universal flow. Infinite potential is lying in wait for us to find the courage to step out of the mud and into the light. We are being asked to move out of the density that has been going on since 2008 when Pluto went into Capricorn. The old rules and laws are breaking down, and they are supposed to break. Because if we are to become more than dense souls lost in the chaos of this reality, it is time that we allow our infinite self to come back in and give us the energy to leap past our history and instead create something that allows mankind to move beyond what we have known and into that latent potential that is now surfacing. Letting go is hard to do, but in this case, letting go of so much pain and suffering is a part of this process for healing to be reborn and for us to claim our highest potential. We are moving through the darkness in order to reclaim the light. That light will shine brightly in 2026. That is when we enter the 10-1 year of power and potential. In the meantime, we have a ways to go. 2023 was about recognizing ego in all its disguises. 2023 was the universal plan to show us all the unhealthy patterns that we needed to unravel and let go of. If you have done the inner and outer work, then you will have earned a powerful place at the table that intends to drastically change the world. 2024 asks us to take a deep breath, to be brave, and to speak up in a loud and booming voice to be heard. I am going to put up the personal numerology for 2024 in a series of other videos. And so take a look for that. So what you'll do is you will take your month, day, and then you'll add in the year 2024. You'll get a number. If that number is over the number of 11, then you add those numbers together, and then you end up with a number that is your year number, which starts from your birthday, 2024, until your birthday, 2025. So, but because this was a long enough video, I'm going to put those on a separate video. So I hope you enjoy them. Take a look for them. Watch out. They'll be there shortly. Thanks, everyone.